Hello, I'm going to record our second presentation. Here we go. So this one is concept development and standards. Some of the things that we're going to do: discuss ways to enhance children's natural interest in math and the disposition towards math. We want them to like math. Develop, implement, assess, and modify curriculum and lessons using the Common Core standards and the NCTM standards. Apply and identify the NCTM standard, the PA Early Learning Standards, and NAEYC's Early Mathematics Standards. And demonstrate an understanding to various approaches to teaching math methods to pre-K through second grade students, including using a variety of concrete and transitional materials to introduce, reinforce, and review math skills and concepts. Okay, so Bruner's theory is that developing conceptual knowledge before procedural knowledge is really important, and that is what we call discovery learning. So when students use manipulatives and other materials, they're able to make sense of the concepts that they're learning in more concrete and meaningful ways. And this also showed that there was a reduction in math anxiety. So last module, we talked about anxiety and how this can affect teachers when they're teaching math. So Bruner's theory found that providing students with more discovery learning and fun, learning through fun, that reduced their anxiety. So here's some other ways to relieve math anxiety. Again, the use of manipulatives, encouraging small group discussions, allowing students to journal write about their math experiences, and also literature-based math activities. And I would also add making math fun by making it a game. And we're going to have practice doing that in this course. So again, children learn by being actively involved. And to be good or proficient at math, children must know more than just the content. Children should be given opportunities to communicate and connect knowledge to other math ideas and to other subject areas. They should be able to represent their understanding, solve problems, reason, and demonstrate a disposition to think flexibly. And teachers need to do the same thing. Again, these are the review of the process standards that we talked about last week or last module: problem solving, reasoning, communication, connections, and representation. These are all the things we want to happen, and we want children to practice while we're teaching them math. So I know I talked about this last week, that the National Council of Teachers of Mathematics came up with these process standards. And they believe that the process standards should be taught in conjunction with math as a way of learning math. So when you're planning lessons and activities for children, think about these standards and think about how you can make sure that children are practicing these process standards. Okay, so the Common Core State standards, if you look at Appendix B of your text, you can see them in there, plus they're also available online. Again, we talked about this last time. It's a state-led effort that's been adopted by almost every state and the District of Columbia. And again, the effort resulted in how much math is taught. It resulted in how math is taught and not just what is taught. And again, if you look at Appendix A, you'll see the standards for mathematical practice that can be used when planning and assessing math lessons. So if students are encouraged to use the same tools over and over again, they'll begin to just effortlessly use those tools, right? And this will also encourage them to take risks and try new tools and strategies. Actually, I'm sorry, it's Appendix C here. those are the mathematics teaching practices. Okay. And some of them are implement tasks that promote reasoning and problem solving. These also go along with the process standards. Use and connect mathematical representations. Facilitate meaningful math discourse. Pose purposeful questions. Build procedural fluency from conceptual understanding. Support productive struggle in learning mathematics. I like that one. Elicit and use evidence of student thinking. These are two quotes that I saw as I was reading in Adding It Up, which is available to you in Module 1 as in digital form. It is vital that people understand mathematics they are learning. And then citizens who cannot reason mathematically are cut off from whole realms of human endeavor. That's why it's critical that we teach children how to understand the math they are learning. So I'm going to share this link, but you're going to look at the teacher's role in the classroom when you watch this video. And how do the teachers describe their role in teaching math in the classroom? Okay. So again, oops. We saw in the video the many ways that students are engaged and learning and doing many of the things that we talk about that reduce math anxiety. Having discussions, using manipulatives. So again, a learner-centered math classroom would look like what we just saw. It's going to begin where the students are and with their students' ideas. So I want you to think about how you would do that, what kind of activities you would create, what your classroom would sound like and look like. And this one is a video where I want you to look at it and identify the process standards and think about what this learner-centered classroom looks like. So I'm actually going to share this link with you so that you can do it separately. So we want to strive to teach for concept development. So which type of teaching is most appropriate for this? Do you think it's direct instruction, facilitated methods, or coaching? And these are things we're going to talk about. So just think about it now and we'll have a discussion. Again, tips for teaching math. Students' ideas are key. Give students lots of opportunities to talk about math. provide them with multiple approaches or encourage multiple approaches. Mistakes are good opportunities for learning, and make sure that math makes sense to them. Okay, so this is another important thing that you're going to need to know, and this is about when we're teaching math, we want to start from the concrete, provide them with hands-on opportunities, and then the relational, and then abstract. So I'm going to just pull this up real quick so you can see what this looks like. So basically, students, by the time they go through the concrete to the representational to the abstract sequence of instruction, they're going to have a thorough understanding of the math concepts and skills that they're learning. So basically, each math concept is first modeled with concrete material, so that's why you want to have lots of manipulatives. Some of them you can make yourself. And then students are provided with opportunities to practice and demonstrate that they can use these concrete materials. And then they go to the semi-concrete level, which is they can model it at the representational stage. And that involves something like drawing pictures or representing the objects that they use with tallies or dots or circles. And then students are provided with opportunities to practice and demonstrate the representational level. And then the next level is the abstract level, where students are only using numbers and math symbols. So students are provided, again, with many opportunities to practice and demonstrate mastery at the abstract level before moving on to a new math skill or concept. So this is something you should think about as you're teaching children math. Okay, so tips for teaching math. Again, treat errors as opportunities for learning, scaffold new content. For concepts completely new to students, the learning requires more structure or assistance. So you want to include tools like manipulatives or assistance from peers. You want to make sure that you're always honoring diversities because each learner is unique with a different collection of prior knowledge and cultural experiences. So you want to keep that in mind. And remember that new knowledge is built on existing knowledge and experience. So effective teaching incorporates and builds what the students bring to the classroom. And of course, I want you to think about additional tips or suggestions. I do want you to take time and explore the PSSA standards for math on this link, which I will also share with you separately. And I want you to decide how these standards can help you teach math. And then I'm going to give you a challenge of creating your own homemade math game. You're going to choose an age you will focus on between pre-K to second grade, decide on a Common Core standard and PA learning standard, create your activity, and share it with us and have fun. And so this will be due, there is a due date for this, and the due date will be on Blackboard for you. It's an upcoming assignment. So please let me know if you have any questions or comments. Thank you.